Good morning. It is 5:51 a.m. on Wednesday, November 18th, 2015. I'm Christiana Ellis. This is 5 more minutes. I just got up. That's the part I left out. It's a little bit early, but uh, I'm kind of feeling excited to talk to you guys today just because yesterday I discovered something exciting for me. Just, not anything happening like in my life exactly, but just a new thing that I like that I've discovered, and I get to tell you guys about it now. So let me give you a little bit of a rewind of the narrative that led me to discover it, which is really just that in a pretty rapid succession, going from zero knowledge of this thing, um, I heard like 5 or 6 completely different people independently mention how much they liked the Hamilton musical. And I'm just thinking, Hamilton musical? I don't know what that is. What is that? Is that new? I don't know. And so, like, I just kept hearing about it and I didn't know anything else about it. But it just kind of kept coming up. And I'm like, what? Oh, okay. Then, oh, yeah, that's the thing another person was saying. Wow, another person. And so what I decided to do, because I like musicals generally, is I read a brief plot synopsis just so I would, because when you're listening to a musical soundtrack, you, sometimes if there's a lot of characters, you don't necessarily recognize everybody's voices when they're singing because you're only hearing it in audio. And so it's helpful to know the basics of the story. Um, and so, of course, it is based on the life of founding father Alexander Hamilton. Um, and so I decided to just, I had not heard a single note. All I knew is the broad strokes of the actual plot. And I just bought the soundtrack. And it's actually it's a $20 soundtrack on iTunes because it is like a double album. It's 46 songs. But I bought it on faith that I like musical soundtracks generally, and this is one that I kept hearing about in rapid succession, and now having listened to it, I really like it, you guys. And it's so, first of all, one of the things that's a little bit unexpected about it is that despite being set in Revolutionary War times in the early years of the United States, and being about one of the founding fathers, with main characters being like Alexander Hamilton, Aaron Burr, Thomas Jefferson, George Washington. All of the music is like rap and hip hop. Well, there's some variation throughout, but by the most of it is like rap and hip hop themed, and it's also like Les Mis. It's one of the ones where it's not like long dialogue scene song, long dialogue scene song. It's like the music is throughout, and it's just electrifying. I was just listening to it and just feeling like, wow, I am 1 minute into the first song and I really like this already. And then it just kept going to the point where some of the sad parts, like I'm sitting there at my desk at work, feeling my eyes start to tear up just listening to this. And when I finished this long album of songs, I just wanted to I just put it right back on and started listening to it from the beginning again. I liked it that much. Now, I mean, not everybody necessarily likes the same things I do as much as I do, but boy, do I really like this. The combination of the sound, and I have since looked up that the production, I kind of guessed this from the musical, but the cast is made up of all different races, despite the fact that like all of the characters that they're playing in reality would have been white, but they're all different races in the production, which is kind of cool. And the way that the way that the play's creator put it is that it's America then told by America now, which I thought was pretty cool. And it just gives it this whole energy and an immediacy to a subject that I think a lot of people might have a knee-jerk reaction to thinking is boring and stuffy. And it just energizes it in a really exciting way. And, there's definitely parts of Hamilton's life, too, where it reminds me of the line I have in Space Casey Season 2. Casey's actually talking about Benjamin Franklin's life story, but what she says is, the past is like a bad romance novel. Not untrue. So I guess I don't know that I necessarily need to say more, because I don't want to get into like plot details exactly, except that I just hope that my enthusiasm has been adequately conveyed, that Hamilton the musical, at least soundtrack version, which is all I've had access to, dig it. So apparently it's a new, I don't know if it's on Broadway or if it's just in New York, like off Broadway, but I guess that it is new enough that it will be up for the Tonys this coming year. And apparently it is such a big success that it's, the latest show that nobody can get tickets for. But yeah, I really like it. All right, so I'll talk to you guys tomorrow for 5 more minutes.